this isn't just GMMTV's next BL, it's a full-on power move. They're blending drama, music, and some of the most brilliant game plans I've ever seen. Yep, GMMTV is at it again, adding even more new, unique additions to their empire, with the newest one dropping December 13th. There's too many things I love about this. Their strategy is pure genius. I can't wait to dive in. Hi guys, I'm Blush, your virtual bestie for all things BL. Today we're diving into GMMTV's latest masterpiece, Thamepo. Let's talk plot, how it came to be, and the current buzz. Thamepo is already shaping up to be one of GMMTV's biggest wins yet, just out of the sheer curiosity fans have. Make sure you always have a VPN ready to go when watching dramas. In a second, you can connect to any country you need to be in and access geo-restricted content. Plus, I always like to keep it on anyway. I don't need my internet service provider, hackers, and other third parties getting all my information. I use the most popular one, NordVPN, that I pay for myself. Not sponsored, but I'll leave the link below. So let me fill you in first, then I'll really fill you in. The series is officially dropping December 13th. Here's the story. Poe is a talented videographer and is tasked with documenting Mars's final concert, but behind the glitz and glamour of the pop group lies turmoil. Thame, the group's lead singer, is planning to leave everything behind. His group mates, his fans, and maybe even Poe. Now let's address the obvious, the part that makes this series so cool. We have a real-life idol group portraying the idol group Mars. Let me get you up to speed if you don't know who LYKN is. LYKN is an idol group formed by the top 5 finalists of Project Alpha, a survival show where 27 trainees competed for the chance to become GMMTV's next big idols. The group, comprised of Nut, Hong, Tui, William, and Lego, officially debuted under Riser Music on May 5th, 2023. Many fans are incredibly excited to see the idols we know and love stepping into something new. Personally, I can't wait to see how they'll act and what kind of characters they'll bring to life. I was that person driving around all summer blasting Charm through my car speakers. Speaking of which, credit has to go to GMMTV for their flawless execution of this project. They truly thought of everything, even if it took over 4 years, but we'll get to that later. When the first trailer dropped back in April, fans noticed a subplot where Thame plans to pursue a solo career in South Korea, but when the second trailer arrived, it was missing that piece. Some quickly speculated that this angle had been dropped because GMMTV wanted to avoid suggesting that South Korea's music industry is a level up from Thailand, and wanted to keep the spotlight on Thailand and its emerging T-pop. It's also not common for GMMTV to delete the first trailer, as it usually acts as a pilot for research and sponsor purposes. Well, turns out that theory isn't true, and us international fans who didn't translate the synopsis for the new trailer missed that. The Korean subplot is very much alive. Also, YGMM exists, a Thai record label operated by a joint venture between GMM Grammy in Thailand and YG Entertainment from South Korea. So partnerships with South Korea aren't going anywhere anytime soon. Instead of a certain country trying to get the biggest slice they can, it's more of a let's just try to make the pie bigger situation, which benefits everyone in the end. Now, here's where it gets interesting. A lot of fans actually preferred the first trailer over the second. The first trailer leaned heavily into the drama and ambition of Thame's journey, giving it a more high-stakes vibe. It had fans hooked on the tension between his dreams and his relationships. The second trailer shifted focus to the personal dynamics within Mars and Thame's connection with Poe. While it's great for showcasing the emotional core of the series, some fans feel it doesn't have the same intensity or edge the first trailer promised. So, I want to know, which trailer do you think set the tone better? Let me know in the comments. If you're liking this breakdown, don't forget to subscribe. You guys really came through in the last video, so we're on our way to making these numbers a little closer together. Back in April, GMMTV released Charm, LYKN's most popular song to date. The single featured 2 very familiar faces, Pond and Jung, well-established BL actors under GMMTV. Releasing Charm on April 5th gave the song time to gain traction, with Pond and Jung naturally promoting it to their own fan bases. This clever move seamlessly introduced LYKN to the BL production side of GMMTV, sparking the perfect cross-promotion between GMMTV's music and acting divisions. This is also how I personally found out about LYKN. Fast forward a few weeks to April 23rd, when GMMTV held its 2024 Up and Above Part 2 live event, a platform for unveiling their upcoming projects. During the event, LYKN, joined by Pond and Jung, performed Charm. The crowd clapped and cheered. It was usual for them to come perform in the middle of an event to get the crowd hyped, while also taking the opportunity to showcase their talent, but this time was different. Immediately after the performance, GMMTV shocked the audience by dropping the very first trailer for Thamepo. It's safe to say fans were losing it. We thought we were just watching another Charm performance, not about to witness an entire series featuring LYKN and a whole new couple pairing. The live chat was probably malfunctioning at this point. Here's something interesting I came across. A comment before Charm, or even the trailer for Thamepo drop. It perfectly highlights what makes LYKN stand out. LYKN is unique due to the fact that they are with GMMTV, who has tons of channels and activities for them to do, plus the benefits from simply being with a bunch of GMMTV artists. Having no real fanbase of their own is less of an issue when they are part of a collective roster which has a huge following at the international level too, so GMMTV can sustain them for a long time this way if they want to. And that's the power of GMMTV. LYKN doesn't need to rely solely on their music fanbase because being a part of GMMTV's collective roster gives them access to international exposure, collaborations, and, as we now see, acting opportunities. With Thamepo, GMMTV is strategically integrating LYKN into the world of BL dramas, bridging fandoms, and giving LYKN a unique position in both music and television. It's a long-term investment in creating multifaceted stars. We're used to seeing GMMTV actors do music. It's basically a requirement at this point, but it's interesting seeing it play the other way around. And the cast doesn't stop there. Jung is listed in the cast as an unknown role, leading fans to speculate that he might make a surprise cameo. Meanwhile, familiar faces like Drake, our go-to guy for memorable supporting roles, and Sammy are also taking on supporting characters. This combination of rising stars, idol actors, and well-known BL icons make the series feel even more star-studded and unmissable. GMMTV clearly knows how to grab attention and keep us hooked. What makes Thamepo even more fascinating is how seamlessly it mirrors reality. In the series, Thame, the lead singer of Mars, is stepping out of the band's spotlight to carve his own path solo. And in reality, William, LYKN's singer, is stepping into the world of acting as the lead in Thamepo. It's like life imitating art. Or is it the other way around? Either way, it adds a layer of authenticity that makes this series even more compelling. You're not just watching a story unfold, you're watching a reflection of real ambition and growth. LYKN members mentioned, the series delves into the sacrifices artists make for their dreams, exploring the balance between personal desires and professional aspirations. Casting LYKN as Mars enhances the show's realism, bridging the gap between fiction and reality and engaging the audience more deeply. But the parallels don't stop there. William was actually noticed during Project Alpha, the survival show that formed LYKN, so he ended up being scouted for this role. And in a way, Thamepo wouldn't even exist without William's real-life journey, and now he's bringing the same drive and ambition to the character Thame. I honestly think William's career will definitely flourish if he takes a BL role. We've seen it with Gemini and Fourth how popular they're becoming in the music scene, and this comment really hits the nail on the head. GMMTV has proven time and time again that the crossover between BL dramas and the music scene can create superstars. Now with Thamepo, William gets the chance to showcase not only his acting skills, but his versatility as a performer. Fans will undoubtedly fall in love with his character's journey. It's the kind of visibility that could launch his career to new heights. But it's not just William. We've seen some other group members also take on more support roles in the new shows announced for GMMTV 2025, riding the wave. Did you think I was gonna forget about our other main lead? S, who plays Poe, also shares a connection to his character in real life. S loves photography, just like Poe, who's a videographer in the series. S got to dive deeper into his passion, learning about different cameras, equipment, and even shooting real content. He's talked about how this experience helped him connect to Poe on a deeper level, making the character feel even more authentic. Poe was apparently one of the hardest characters to cast, which is one of the reasons the series had to put a pause on productions, and ended up taking almost 5 years. Even Lego, who will be playing Nano, is the 18-year-old youngest member of the group. Sound familiar? And here's something even cooler. GMMTV released an episode 0 for Thamepo, where LYKN's members talked about themselves and how their real personalities compare to their characters. The last time I saw something like this was during the LYKN auditions 3 years ago, right before their survival show began. And while LYKN aired on 131, we know GMMTV falls under the same umbrella. I like to think of Thamepo as a continuation of that strategy, showing us real people behind the roles to help us connect with them before the story even begins. It's personal, it's smart, and it's so GMMTV. So there you have it. Thamepo, Heart That Skips a Beat, isn't just another BL, it's a story about love, ambition, and the sacrifices that come with chasing your dreams. But it's also a shining example how GMMTV continues to innovate. If you want to dive deeper into how GMMTV continues to be the powerhouse it is today, check out my video, Why You're Addicted to GMMTV BLs. I break down their strategies and how they've shaped the BL industry into what it is now. Will you be watching Thamepo this Friday? Let me know what you're most excited about.